Hi, I'm Lara from 5 out of 4 Patterns and welcome to Sewing School. Today we're taking a sleeveless, fully lined bodice and we are finishing it beautifully with what is called the burrito method. I'm here to show you exactly how you do it, so let's get started. Alright, I've got my tutorial and I'm all ready to get started on our burrito roll method. Now I finished the bodice up to the point where it's time to finish the armholes or the sleeve opening. I've done the shoulder seams and I finished the neckline and turned it right side out and pressed it. Please don't skip the pressing step. It's very important. Never ever skip it. Now, what we need to do now is we lay our bodice flat in front of us with the main fabric on top. The navy blue for me is the main fabric, the outer fabric. The green is the lining or the inner fabric. So we've got our bodice right side out and with the main fabric facing up. We have the back bodice to our left and the front bodice to our right. Beginning at the end nearest you, which is this end here, we're going to roll both the outer and inner fabric up toward the opposite arm opening, stopping when we get to the opposite shoulder seam. So we're going to roll all the way from here to when we touch that shoulder seam. We just roll it on up. All right, so there we are. We're just about there. Reaching under the roll, we're going to pull the lining fabric out from underneath the main bodice, making sure to keep the rolled portion in place. This makes a magnificent burrito. So we've got our main, so I'm going to pull up the main a little bit, and I'm going to reach under and pull the lining this way. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? Paying close attention that your roll stays in place. So we've got our main fabric up top and our lining fabric at the bottom. Now we're going to match the lining fabric with the main fabric, lining up the shoulder seam and the edge of the arm opening. So we start with a shoulder seam on the lining and the main, and we're going to match those. And we're going to clip them. So you match the shoulder seams and you give it a good clip. Then we're going to take to the outer edge and we're going to clip that. Then the other outer edge and clip that. And just to stay safe, I actually clip in the center as well, just to make sure everything's lined up the way it needs to be. All right, so we've got our lining attached to our main fabric, and here we are. So just make sure that you're reaching in if you need to, and you're just kind of pushing down that roll, because we're going to be stitching along this curve, that armhole, and we don't want to catch anything that's been rolled up. All right, so we're going to stitch the pinned armhole with a stretch stitch or a serger. Yeah, I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. We've got our armhole all stitched. Now we're just going to pull it right side out. Oopsies. There we go. So as you can see, we have one finished armhole right here. Now the next thing we're going to do is lay our bodice back out again with the finished armhole farthest away, so facing away from us, so this way. And we're going to start now at that finished armhole, and we're going to repeat the method of just rolling all of this all the way to the other shoulder seam. So here we are, we're there. Now again, we're going to reach under and we're going to pull that fabric lining out, just like we did. All right, so there it is, same as the step before. Now let's connect those shoulder seams. Repeat the exact process. I'm going to finish that up, and then I'm going to serge with a stretch stitch. I'm sorry, a stretch stitch or the serger, and I'll be right back. All right, here we are. I have finished serging all the way around, and as you can guess, the next step is to turn it right side out. Once you've done that, you can see that you have two perfectly lovely finished closed-in armholes. Now all you have to do is press and finish as your pattern instructs. My favorite thing about the burrito method is how finished and professional the end product looks. It fits lovely and it looks lovely all at the same time. We'll see you next time on Sewing School. Bye.